Let's turn to our correspondent in Los Angeles, Wassim Cornet, who is standing by for us and covering this story. Wassim, you're in Los Angeles, a Democratic stronghold. What's been the reaction to Biden's shaky performance?
Hey, Yinka, I was at a Democratic watch party organized by the California Democrats in downtown Los Angeles, and that soundbite you just played was when the crowd went from initial enthusiasm to just complete silence and shock. People looked on aghast. There was people just gasping, looking at, just hoping for Joe Biden to just finish his sentence and move on to something else. But really, this debate performance by Joe Biden could only be described as a disaster. There were multiple moments in the face of Donald Trump's lies where he just did not know what to say, did not know how to counterattack on what Donald Trump was claiming. On multiple occasions, he looked like he was confused, did not know exactly where he was. And that has caused really some serious panic among the Democratic Party tonight. One notable anecdote, the David Axelrod, who was the former senior advisor to Barack Obama during his presidency, who is now a CNN contributor, in the minutes after the debate saying, quote, there are going to be some serious discussions about whether he can continue, of course, whether Biden can continue to be the Democratic presumptive nominee. We're hearing reports from other media outlets that U.S. Democratic House members say they are willing to go to the White House to try to talk Biden out of this presidential race. So really some serious panic. Here's the thing. This is the earliest that the presidential debate has ever been held before either party have held their national conventions. We are just a little under 2 months away from the Democratic National Convention, so it'll be really interesting to see how things evolve in the next few weeks. Is the Democratic Party willing to find that momentum to replace Joe Biden? And then, of course, if they were to replace him, going against all sort of conventional wisdom, who would they replace him with? Certainly not the kind of talking points that the Democratic Party was hoping to cover tonight after this debate.
And Wassim, let's look to the Republicans now. Trump has also been accused of giving false and misleading information over key issues throughout the debate, hasn't he?
Yeah, it was an hour and a half of almost unstoppable lies from Donald Trump, dozens and dozens. It was very shocking to watch. I've rarely seen a politician brazenly lying in such an unstoppable way. Let's give you a few examples. He mentioned, for example, abortion, the Roe v. Wade ruling. He said that the Roe v. Wade ruling allowed post-birth abortions, which obviously is not a thing, is not biologically possible. In immigration, he repeated a common lie that he's oftentimes repeated, saying that other foreign nations are emptying their jails and sending them to the southern border of the United States. He lied again about the economy. He lied more about immigration. He deflected any influence in the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. So really, it was a difficult performance by Biden, but on the other hand, you had Donald Trump, who looked very vigorous, but also just completely brazen in his lies and in his delivery. And of course, that went unchecked. That was the desire by the CNN team, the CNN moderators, to not intervene too much in the debate. There are a lot of questions now about what they should have done, because of course, in this day and age, in 2024, people are going to be watching clips of this on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter for the days to come. And of course, they will not be seeing any of that post-debate fact-checking that these networks have been doing. So it really does beg the question of how to approach these debates in this day and age.
Wassim Cornet, our correspondent in Los Angeles, thanks so much for your analysis.